LABTECH Innovations.
My friends, we are doing a chapter called straight line, which is a part of a geometry called Cartesian geometry. Cartesian geometry was invented by René Descartes. He was a great mathematician as well as a philosopher. He used to say, his famous statement in the world says that I think, therefore I am. In other words, he was defining human beings' existence on the basis of his ability to think. But what is thinking? Thinking means doubting. Thinking means asking questions. Thinking means what? Asking questions, refusing, and then opinionating, everything that comes with, which requires a lot of brainstorming. That is called thinking. And mathematics is nothing but beautiful art of thinking. The moment you start thinking on your own and don't look at your teacher as answer keys, then you will learn mathematics. Although I'm going to provide solutions to all the problems here, I request you that before you see the solution of my problem, look at the problem once, try to solve it on your own, rack your brain, to the maximum extent, and only when you cannot solve, then look at the solution. That is the way. If you start learning, then you will master mathematics. Okay, so mathematics is nothing but an art of thinking. Okay, so start thinking. Look at the first question now. The first question is, write the equations for the x and y axis. Very simple question. I mean, according to me. But you will wonder, how can a straight line x-axis have an equation, right? That is the purpose of coordinate geometry. In coordinate geometry, every geometrical object is associated with algebraic object, and algebraic object is equation, and geometric object is a straight line. So x-axis is a straight line, but x-axis is made up of what? X-axis is made up of, the points which lie on a line which is perpendicular to another line, right? And this line is called x-axis. You all know that, okay? This line is called y-axis. Now, so line x-axis is made up of points. Now, every point does have a pair of coordinates associated to it. So every point on x-axis will have some pair of coordinates, some x-coordinate and some y-coordinate. But the property of all these points will be its distance from x-axis itself is 0. And distance of the point from x-axis is y-coordinate of that point. That means every point here will have y-coordinate 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, then 3, 0, and so on. So what is the property of all the points on x-axis? Their y-coordinate is going to be 0. Therefore, equation of y-axis is actually what? It's a set of all ordered pairs x, comma y such that y-coordinate will always be equal to 0. So we do not write all these things. In short, we just say that equation of x-axis, is y equal to 0, correct? So by that, actually what we mean is this, that set of all points, coordinate pairs, ordinate pairs x and y such that y is equal to 0. That is the equation of x-axis. Now what about y-axis? If you look at the point on the y-axis, then they will be of this type, So x-coordinate will be always 0, 1. This point will be what? 0, 2. This point will be what? 0, 3. So what is the commonality of all the points on y-axis? Its x-coordinate is 0. So what is the equation of y-axis? Equation of y-axis is set of all coordinate pairs x and y such that its x-coordinate is always 0. So you collect all those points where x-coordinate is 0. There are infinitely many such points, but they will all lie on a line called y-axis. That is why it is called equation of y-axis. Is that clear? So the answer to your question is y equal to 0 equation of x-axis, x is equal to 0 equation of y-axis. Now let us have a look at the second problem. Find the equation of a point line which passes through the point -4 and 3 with slope half. Now you have to memorize the required formula here. What is the formula? Formula is y minus y1 is equal to m multiplied by x minus x1, right? This is a formula. This formula itself is called point slope form. Why it is called point slope form? Because if you want to use this formula, you have to have the knowledge of what are the coordinates of point through which the line passes and what is its slope, correct? So these two things are given here. Point is given and slope is given. So the relevant formula is this, right? So this is what your thinking should give you. You know, the moment you look at the problem, what is given? Slope is given and point is given. So is there a formula which involves the two? Yes, y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. All you have to do is now just substitute the point. So what is x1, y1 here? The point through which the line passes is given to be minus 4, 3. And then what is m? M is also given to be half, right? All you have to do is now just use the formula y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Fantastic. So y minus y1. What is y1? y1 is 3. So m is half. So therefore x minus x1 is minus 4, right? So this will be the case. Now you just simplify it. So that means y minus 3 is equal to half into x plus 4. Why? Because minus minus becomes plus. Now this 2 can be brought here. So this becomes 2y minus 6 is equal to x plus 4. Okay? Which means if I bring all the terms on that side, those terms will change their signs. Therefore it will be x minus 2y, right? Plus 4, which is already there. And this minus 6 brought on this side becomes plus 6. Therefore it is x minus 2y. And this total will be 10. So it will be plus 10. Correct? This is equal to what? 0. Correct? So that is how the whole thing can be written. Okay? Okay. So the equation of the line is x minus 2y plus 10 is equal to 0. So this is the equation. So let us put it in a box because it's a medal that we have obtained after solving this problem, right? So this medal we can keep. Okay? Fine. Let's go to the next one. Now look at the next problem, students. This is a similar problem. So again the formula required here is same. Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Correct? So here the point is 0, 0. So y minus 0 is equal to m into x minus 0. Right? So it becomes y equal to mx. So equation is y equal to mx. Very simple. Right? That is the end of this problem. Okay? Now, let us have a look at the next problem. Problem number 4 from your NCERT book is that find the equation of a line passing through the point 2, 2 root 3. So point is 2, 2 root 3. Let us call it x1 and y1 according to our usual convention. We call it x1, y1, right? And now I need a slope, but they have not given us the slope. They have given inclination of a line. You should understand that if theta is the inclination, then tan theta is a slope. Tan theta is slope. And what is inclination? Inclination is the angle that the line makes. You know, if this is y-axis, this is x-axis, and this is the line, then inclination is this angle. The angle between the positive direction of x-axis and the line measured in anticlockwise direction. Now this angle is given to be 75 degrees, correct? So this angle is 75 degrees. Therefore, slope, that is m, is given by tan of 75 degrees. Tan of 75 degrees. Now tan of 75 degrees, so therefore 75 degrees means actually it is what? Tan of 75 is actually what? It is actually 45 plus 30 degrees, correct? 45 plus 30 degrees. So I'm sorry, this is 45. So that means it is equal to tan of 45 plus tan of 30 divided by 1 minus tan 45 multiplied by tan 30. Those of you who are familiar with the formula of tan of a plus b, it is tan a. If plus tan b upon 1 minus tan a tan b. You should also know the trigonometric ratios of tan 45 and tan 30. Tan 45 is 1 plus tan 30 is 1 upon root 3 divided by 1 minus 1 multiplied by 1 upon root 3. So therefore, this is equal to root 3 plus 1 divided by root 3 minus 1, correct? So this is the slope of the line, okay? Now in case if you want to simplify it slightly, you can rationalize this expression, how? Just multiply and divide by what? Root 3 minus 1, root 3 plus 1 here, root 3 plus 1, and here also it is root 3 plus 1, okay? So if you do that, then numerator becomes root 3 plus 1 ka square and divided by, this is 3 minus 1 because it is a square minus b square, okay? So root 3 plus 1 square will be how much? It will be 3 plus 1 plus 2 root 3, right? Divided by, denominator is 2, which gives you what? 4 plus 2 root 3. 4 plus 2 root 3 divided by 2, which means 2 plus root 3. 2 plus root 3. So slope here is 2 plus root 3. Okay. Now this slope and this is the point. All you have to do is what? Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1, which implies y minus 2 root 3. Y minus 2 root 3 is equal to 2 plus root 3 multiplied by x minus 2. Okay. Now, I'll remove this for the time being because we don't need it. We already done the calculation. So let us remove this thing, correct? And then we'll continue with our calculation. So what is our calculation? Tells us this is nothing but y minus 2 root 3. Okay. Okay, let us keep it like this. Now here 2 plus root 3 multiplied by x. Let us remove this section also. There is no need of all this now. It is all redundant now. Okay, fine. And minus what? Minus 2 multiplied by 2 plus root 3. Okay, fine. So this means y is equal to 2 plus root 3 x minus 4 minus 2 root 3, right? And this 2 root 3 comes here, so it becomes plus 2 root 3. So this gets cancelled. So our answer is y is equal to 2 plus root 3 multiplied by x minus 4, right? So this happens to be the equation of the line passing through 2 comma 2 root 3 inclined at with x angle with 75 degrees. Okay, I hope this is well understood by the students here. Okay, now let us go to the next problem. Now students have a next problem. Find the equation of line intersecting x-axis at a distance of 3 units to the left of origin with slope minus 2. Now for this we should draw the diagram according to this. There is a line already existing here. So let us call it y-axis, and this line I am going to call it x-axis. So this is x-axis, right? This is y-axis. Okay. Now intersecting x-axis at a distance of 3 units from origin. This is origin, right? This is our origin. 3 units to the left of the origin means 1, 2 and 3. So here, right? So 1, 2, 3. 3 units to the left of origin. That means the point will have coordinates minus 3, comma 0. Okay. And slope is already given to be minus 2. So slope is minus 2 means the slope is negative. So the line is sloping downwards, right? So something like this, it will go like this. Okay. So slope is minus 2. So that this will be, the slope is going to be minus 2. M is equal to minus 2. Anyway, we are not interested in the diagram anymore. What we wanted to find out, we got. We wanted 2 things. One is the point through which it passes, another is slope. So the point through which it passes is given by minus 3 comma 0. And the slope m is 3. No, I'm sorry, slope m is minus 2. Okay, fine. So our formula works here. So y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So therefore y minus 0 is equal to minus 2 into x minus minus 3, correct? So this is how the whole thing will look like. So that means this will be y is equal to minus 2 multiplied by x plus 3, which means y is equal to minus 2x minus 6. So minus 2x can be brought on this side. So 2x plus y plus 6 is equal to 0 is the required equation. Fine. So you understand 2x plus y plus 6, all the time we are using in the same formula, y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. You can understand the importance of this problem. Okay. Now students, have a look at another problem number 6. Intersecting y-axis at a distance 2 units above the origin and making an angle of 30 degrees with positive direction of x-axis. As I said, this problem is again based on the same formula, y minus y1, this is equal to m into x minus x1. Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Now we want point. Our question is, the line passes through which point and what is slope? What is m? These are the two things. Now in order to give this information, they have said that intersecting y-axis at a distance 2 units above the origin. So suppose this is y-axis, this is x-axis. So 2 units means this is number 1 and this is number 2 above x-axis, right? So therefore this number, this point here will have x coordinate 0 and y coordinate will be 2 units because this distance is 2 units, okay? And then making an angle of 30 degrees with positive direction of x-axis. That means the line must pass through this point and making an angle of 30 degrees with the positive direction of x-axis. So therefore it is given that the point through which it passes has coordinates. What is it? 0, 2 and slope m is nothing but tan of 30 degrees. Tan of 30 degrees means 1 upon root 3. So I'll just substitute in the formula y minus 2 is equal to 1 upon root 3 into x minus 0, which this root 3 I'm going to take here. So root 3 y minus 2 root 3, right, is equal to x, right? Or let us transfer all the terms on the other side. So then it becomes x minus root 3y, x minus root 3y plus 2 root 3 is equal to 0, correct? So this happens to be our reward, our gift, okay, of solving the problem.